We all want to operate at peak performance. We download the habit trackers, set the early alarms, and swear this time will be different. But the reality is that humans are deeply inconsistent. Ask someone to log their diet, sleep, or daily habits every single day, and eventually they will give up. The problem amplifies when gathering our internal metrics requires physical pain. Sticking a needle in your finger multiple times a day creates a massive psychological barrier. It forces a choice between physical comfort and vital health data. And for millions of people, skipping that data check isn't an option. Managing diabetes means calculating and dosing insulin based on precise blood chemistry. Guessing those numbers or missing a reading can lead to immediate, severe medical emergencies. This tracking fatigue extends to the home. Many homeowners install expensive solar infrastructure, only to realize managing the daily fluctuations in grid prices and energy storage requires constant monitoring, a chore most people eventually abandon. The underlying issue in both cases is friction. The demand for continuous manual human effort is the primary barrier between where we are now and achieving true health and sustainable energy. Engineers at UC San Diego have developed a piece of hardware that removes that physical friction, a smart ring that monitors your body's chemistry without a single needle. Curious? It works through a biological process called osmosis. Simply put, osmosis is the natural movement of molecules from an area of high concentration to an area of low concentration. The ring uses this principle to passively draw sweat directly through your skin and into its sensor plate. Once that sweat is collected, it tracks 6 different metrics simultaneously. Over a 12-hour battery life, it wirelessly sends your phone real-time data on your glucose, ketones, vitamin C, uric acid, lactate, and alcohol levels. By extracting these insights without pain, diabetes management shifts from an isolated, stressful daily task into a continuous, invisible safeguard that works in the background while you go about your day. But tracking physical actions, like your daily bathroom habits, has historically relied on manual logging apps. Most users abandon those apps within a few days. Now, a new AI device that clips directly onto your existing toilet bypasses that reliance on human memory. It doesn't require a wearable or an app entry. Instead, it uses a simple camera and microphone to evaluate your urological and gut health, tracking metrics like stool consistency and urinary flow rates every time you use the bathroom. This timeline graph shows how crucial that daily consistency is. By establishing a baseline of regular bathroom data points, a sudden drop in urinary flow or a change in stool frequency instantly triggers a medical warning, acting as an early smoke detector for prostate issues or colon cancer. Accurate preventative medicine requires comprehensive data. The most reliable way to get that data is to collect it during a normal, unavoidable routine, exactly when the user has forgotten they are being monitored. The same strategy is now being applied to our homes. For homeowners with an existing solar panel array, a new German battery innovation is bringing passive energy management to residential power. Historically, adding a battery meant tearing out old panels and rewiring the house. This new system is plug-and-play. It connects directly to your current infrastructure without any major renovations. Once installed, it uses autonomous optimization. The battery's AI actively scans incoming weather forecasts and real-time grid prices, making split-second decisions on energy distribution completely independent of human input. Looking at this dual-access line chart, you can see fluctuating utility grid prices plotted against a home's active energy storage over 24 hours. When grid prices drop, the AI automatically shifts your home to store power. It also provides a 0-millisecond backup, keeping your computers running through an outage without a single flicker. By removing the need for manual monitoring, this AI turns a standard set of solar panels from a passive roof decoration into a self-managing financial asset that actively saves money. For years, we defined smart technology by how much it demanded our attention. We measured value in screen time and manual data entry. But these new systems represent a sharp pivot away from that model. This side-by-side chart visualizes that pivot. On the left, a broken, erratic line shows the unreliability of manual data entry. On the right, a smooth, continuous wave represents continuous passive data, information that flows because it never relies on human motivation or memory. When we transition from active logging to passive monitoring, we finally close the dangerous blind spots in our lives. We stop missing the subtle chemical changes in our blood and the minor inefficiencies in our home power grids. These devices signal a shift toward background integration. Rather than maximizing how much we interact with a device, the new design priority is to minimize the effort required to benefit from it. When the friction of data collection is reduced, the burden of managing your health and your home's sustainability permanently shifts from you to the surrounding ecosystem. Future systems prove their value by their invisibility, managing the complexities of health and energy without requiring manual updates from the user.